everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have something a little bit different this time around. I do a lot of kit videos. If you go back and look at my playlist, you'll see that I do have a lot of kit videos going on. A lot of those I purchase, some of them I create myself. This time I'm going to do something a little bit different. This is the Counterfeit Kit Challenge website, and I've known about them for a while, although I haven't yet participated in what they do. So the idea here is that on the first of the month, and here we are on Sunday, March 1st, on the first of the month, they give you an inspiration kit that's a pre-made kit from another company to work from. And the idea is you don't have to go out and buy all brand new supplies. What you can do is look through the stash that you have on hand and use this kit as inspiration. So they actually have two different photos from like two separate little collection packs from the same company's monthly kit. So if we look at this one, this is, so let's go back here a second. So this is from the Citrus Twist Kit's February 2020 scrapbook add-on. So this is just the add-on. It's not even necessarily the main kit. And then the second picture we'll go look at is the Citrus Twist February 2020 Life Crafted Possibilities Kit. I'm not quite sure what their Life Crafted is. I'm guessing maybe it's like a Project Life kind of pack of things. Time out here for a second. I want to clarify the Life Crafted kit is their main kit at Citrus Twist, and it's they say it's there to help you document your memories. And then the scrapbooking part has the 12 by 12 papers, which is an add-on. So that explains that, and I want to give a shout out to Citrus Twist if you are interested in their kits. I do have links to both of these down below, and it looks like they're still available. Let's go take a look at these pictures a little bit closer. And here is the add-on kit. And so what you do when you're looking at these pictures is you just pick up on elements that mean something to you. So I'm noticing there's a lot of soft pastels going on here. We've got some puffy words happening. We've got some ephemera pack elements, some bow elements, some enamel dot elements. Something that caught my eye is these black elements. So I'm thinking pops of black against more pastel colors. That's something that attracts me. I see these big sketchy elements, so maybe I'll look for something sketchy. There's some of these golden yellow tones in here, and then lots of floral. So floral. That looks like a bird. It's hard to tell. This looks like maybe something with the sky, but here's another floral. So very soft, subtle elements in this section. So I've got some thoughts on picking up elements from that. And then over here in this tab, we've got, again, some softer colors, but then we've got these richer teal colors going on. We have some white word embellishments. And this is actually the first time I'm looking at this particular, let's see if I can zoom out a little bit. That'll give us a better view. So this is the first time I'm looking at this particular image, so you're going to hear what I'm thinking as we go. So again, I'm seeing pops of black in here that was similar to the other one, so I'm likely going to pick up on that element. We've got a stamp set going on. We've got some chipboard elements. I'm noticing circles. I'm noticing some hearts. Let's see, what else am I noticing? There's a little bit of travel vibe going on, and then definitely star motifs. Let's see, what have we got in terms of color? We've got some yellows. So these yellows are different from that golden yellow in the other photo. So what I'm going to do is, with some of these thoughts in mind, I'm going to maybe pick up some circle elements. I'm going to look for maybe a stamp set. I'm going to try and pick up some of these colors. Maybe I'll pull out some stars. I'm going to pull out possibly some word embellishments. And then if we pop back over here, I might look for some sketchy elements. I might look for some more puffy elements, some die cut elements. So I'm going to go into my stash and I'm going to pull out some things that have inspired me to put my own kit together from supplies I already own. So when I was pulling through my papers, this was the first paper I came across, and it had florals, it had some of the soft pastel tones with these greens and the pinks. Now I know green wasn't a huge color in the kit. That's okay, it still meets that softness. And then this yellow was a color in the kit. And so I pulled this sheet and I started building off of that. And then I found another sheet of florals that picks up more of the pink tone that was in the kit. And then this has some of that yellow going on too. And again, a little bit of green happening. And so this one picks up a little bit of the yellow tone and some more pink. So that's in there. This one I pulled out early on because it's got, it pulls in the green from these two papers, so that helps tie in. And then it picks up some of the blue that was in the kit, and this is kind of, it's a leaf print, but it reads floral to me. And then we got the bonus of it also being a stripe. So now I found some of those golden yellow tones that were in that first kit. And this is a bold floral, so I've got the yellow and the floral going on. This is another October afternoon, so that's that one. And then this side actually might be usable because it's got some of the bluey green tones and then that yellow again. And I also came up with this golden kind of mixed media looking piece. And you'll notice I'm starting to build up a collection of like bold patterns, very just textural patterns, some stripe patterns, you know, the floral patterns in smaller prints. So I'm starting to build up a collection of different pattern types as we go along here too. And I think the variety is good for layering, and it's good for, you know, different stories that you can tell. So I like to make sure I've got a variety going on. And then this piece is Older My Mind's Eye, and I did choose it for this side, which is kind of a blue and more towards green, and then it's got this creamy, you know, subtle print to it. Now, a lot of these papers that I pick have a creamy tone to them instead of a pure white tone, and so I'm trying to stick with things in that realm. The back side has a nice kind of greeny blue floral, so that's a possibility as well, but I did choose it for this side. And then I'm moving in, we started off with some pinks and we had some greens and blues, picked up the yellows, and now I'm moving into more of the blue tones. And here is a grid print. Again, I like to have a variety of styles. So we've got, you know, a little bit more cute and springy. We've got something more elegant. We've got something, you know, more free-flowing. We've got something more rigid in structure. So that adds some variety of tone to things. And then I just went in and chose another shade of blue. These polka dots read as a little bit creamy just because they're a tone on tone. Now this paper I picked towards the end because I was trying to help kind of tie everything in together a little bit more with all of the colors in there. And then also this is a much more bold print. Like I said, I have softer, smaller prints over here, very subtle background prints. And so I've pulled in another bold print and it helps combine. Now this is more of a corally pink, but I think like this tiny flower has a bit, it's hard to tell on the camera, it has a little bit of coral to it. So I think this helps pull the greens and the pinks and the blues all together. Another subtle polka dot. This one has some black in there, and so we're going to be moving into a little bit of black. It's got some of these pastel colors in there. Let's see if I can, it's not reading super well on camera, but there's pink and kind of a bluey green and a little bit of a yellowy orange polka dot in there on a very creamy background. So we've got that. So next up is a Cosmo Cricket paper. Now I did choose it for this side because it's got the creamy yellow. It's got a little bit of this pink, is it reading on the camera? A little bit of a pink grid line along with a little bit of a blue grid line. So this ties in the colors a little bit also. And then now I'm moving more into the neutral papers. This one is just a very simple text print that makes a great subtle background piece. And I do like text prints in general, so I have quite a few of them in my stash, but I was also inspired by the word puffy elements in one of the kits and the big white letters it might have been words, I'm trying to remember, in the other kit. So I wanted to bring in some of that text element that I was seeing on the screen. So the next paper is a Fancy Pants, and again, it's that text element. So we've got the creamy background going on, and then this starts pulling in that black element that I had mentioned before that I wanted to try and capture. So I like this one a lot to add variety and pop to the rest of this kit. And then I wanted to pull in some more black papers, and I was kind of surprised I didn't have a lot of black. So this one is a little bit bold, and it's also more of a white tone than a creamy tone. But because I'm planning on using it in small doses, I think it'll read okay. And then using it in small doses will also kind of tone down the boldness, and it'll just give little pops. So I've got that. And then I wanted to bring in a couple of specialty sheets of paper. This is a pre-embossed pattern paper, and this one has some kind of flourishes with butterflies on it. And then this one is by Hot Off the Press also, and this one's got polka dots, and then down in this corner is florals, and it just looks like I'm getting glare. So why I chose these is because I did end up picking a stamp set to go with this kit, and because I have a stamp set, I needed some inks, and I went ahead and threw in some different colors of inks so that I could have stamping choices. But when I had those inks picked out, then I thought, what if I had some elements that I could color and then be able to make my own colors to work depending on what kind of project I wanted. Now that was all the papers, let's move on to embellishments. So this first set of embellishments I actually found by accident. I have been cleaning and organizing my scrapbook space, and these were actually tucked in my purge pile because I was feeling like the colors weren't quite what I wanted anymore. And then they turn out to be perfect for this kit. So we've got pinks, we've got yellows, we've got some blues. Now this blue is a little more vibrant, but that's okay. We'll see if it works in. But we've got some softer blues here with a little bit of green to pull that in. While I was looking through the rest of my embellishments, I actually found sticker sheets that came from the same kit. So this is a Jelly Bean Soup product, and these are all the stickers that match this same line. And I thought this would give me just a few more options in terms of die cuts and embellishments. So there were some chipboard elements in the screen on the photos of the kit. So I did look through my chipboard, and now this isn't quite a perfect match to what's going on here because we've got these more orangey tones. But I did like some of the elements in here. Like we've got some yellow going on, we've got some pink. This is a floral, very spring themed umbrella with some raindrops. So those give me some spring vibes going on, which the florals in the kit did. And then we've got some more neutral tones, and there is a second sheet in here. So we do have some pops of black, some of those florals and yellows. So this set of chipboard will give me a lot of options when I'm pulling some things together. So I've got that. And then there were a lot of the idea puffy elements came in, and I remembered I've had this package. This is a pink paisley package, and I've had this thing forever. I probably got it at a scrapbook convention, and I like them, and I just haven't been super sure of what to do with them. So these are also colorable, and that was another reason why I pulled out different colors of ink. So these do have a creamy tone to them, so I could use them that way, but I could also color them and make them fit with whatever color scheme of project I've got going on. And then, let's see, we got some more package of little embellishments going on here. I did want to pull out more pops of black, so I went and I found some word set. So this is kind of just a general set of words that could be pretty flexible, and this is a My Mind's Eye product, so we've got those. I did want to pull out some doilies. Now, of course, I won't use all of these, but I remembered that I had some pink and yellow, and there's some white in there too, which again could be colored with the inks. I'm not sure I'll use the white, but this is why I pulled them out, and they're just all in the same package. So the doilies were inspired by the circle elements that I was picking up on in the kit, and also the colors and the softness of florals. So that's why I pulled out doilies. And then I did decide to pull out stars. I've got some static cling going on here, so I'm going to mostly leave these elements in here. I did pull out some, these are like sequin stars, and these have a blue tone to them. So I've got those. I had some puffy sticker stars in yellow and some more blues. So I thought maybe that would be a good opportunity to use up some just little random bits. Now, all of these elements I picked in here are cork and wood, and these have kind of a yellow undertone to them that goes with the creamy tones from all the paper, so I thought the wood tones would work really well. I did pick a bunch of they're just blank circle wood discs. So my plan for these discs are to embellish them somehow and possibly with some stamping. And so the stamp set is what I'm going to pull up next. So this had some of that spring weather vibe going on with the raindrops, clouds, and then some of the other elements I picked up on here were the circles because those could stamp onto my discs in the various colors of ink I pulled and add some embellishment to these discs. And then the other thing I picked out from here were these sketchy little words. There's a couple of little phrases. So love these memories, sweet little moments. And there's a little row of stars. This was such a good idea. So that sketchiness I picked up on from that sheet of paper that had sketchy numbers on it. So this pulls in a few of those elements. And then while we're on this, before we move on to the last few bits, I am going to pull in the inks. So I pulled out 3 colors of ink, and I had originally was going to pull out a blue as well, but I couldn't actually find a blue that fit with these colors well enough. My blues were too turquoisey. So I pulled out a soft yellow color, and this is a Stampin' Up. This one is actually a current product. It's Daffodil Delight. And then I've got Tim Holtz Distress ink in Tattered Rose. So this is a soft, subtle pink with a hint of coral background to it. And then this is Gina K, and it's called Grass Green. And this one is brand new to me. I haven't even, well, I guess I technically have used it because I do ink swatches. So this has been used once. So this will give me options to, again, color doilies, color that resist pattern paper, color these thicker, not thickers, these kind of puffy elements. And then we'll get to the alphabet set. So I found an off-white creamy alphabet set, and I have been known to color my alphas with inks, so I have that option again. And then I could just keep them as is because they're a nice creamy. And I actually happen to have a set of cream, which surprised me because I don't use a lot of cream. So let's use these ones up with this kit, and it's perfect. And then I always like to mix and match. This is my last element. So I always like to mix and match my alphabet letters. So this set had some of the blues and yellows, and then we're picking up some of the greens. So this will give me a set of alpha options to mix and match with. These are actual thickers, and they're probably older because I had totally forgotten I had them in my set. So anyway, that is all of the elements that I pulled out for my Counterfeit Kit challenge, and I will pop back at the end of the month and give you a peek into some of the projects that I have created with this kit. So I hope you found this interesting. I hope that if you didn't know about Counterfeit Kit Club yet, that you go and check them out, and I thank you for joining me and sticking in there. And I will be back at the end of the month. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and get notifications for my future videos.